Hey everybody, lower thirds in Zoom without doing anything really fancy. You think we could do it? Hey everybody, David Paskin here, your Torah tech guy, here to share with you some great tech for your great Torah. So, I did a video a little while ago about how to natively in Zoom add lower thirds without a lower third is something like let me bring up one of mine. So you'll see it pop in up in the floor down there. Just that's a lower third, right? I've got my little logo there, and then I have my name animate in, things like that. So that's an example of a lower third. And we talked about how you could do this natively right in Zoom. Well, today I want to show you a new app that is just launched. It's still early days for this app. It has some growing to do, but it could be, I think, really transformational, especially if you're doing a presentation. Say you have a member of the clergy or a member of your community who's speaking, and you're sending this out over Zoom to your community to reach a larger community than those who are able to come physically into your sanctuary. Being able to brand what you're doing in Zoom is really, really powerful without having to use any other tools than this one little app. This was a part of a suite of things that are being announced this week at NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, in Las Vegas. And Zoom has announced a whole bunch of partnerships. So this is just one of them. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's take a look. So this is called SPX Graphics. Now, SPX Graphics has been around for a while. You've been able to use it in different ways, but what's new here is the integration right into Zoom, and you can see it right up at the top there. There's a big Add to Zoom button. So you could click this button and get in. I'm going to show you a different way to find it, and that is by just opening up my Zoom client right here, and I'm going to head on over to Apps. Now, if you're already in a meeting, you can also do this from within the meeting. I personally find it a little easier to do it from the app itself. So let's go ahead and search for, well, actually, I've already added it. So if you want to add apps, you click right here, Add Apps. You can now search for SPX. And you could see it's right there, and you can click the Get button. I actually already have it installed. I have it right down here, so I'm going to go ahead and click that and open it up. Now, the way that Zoom apps work is that they live right in Zoom. You don't have to have anything else open on your computer. When I use them, I usually, just like with chat and participants, I usually pop out. That's what the language that Zoom uses. I usually pop out the sidebar, the chat sidebar or the participant sidebar. I like to have them on a different screen. But if you don't do that, this will just open up right in your Zoom meeting, and you'll be able to navigate it and include things right there. So you'll see it's a little hard to read, and I apologize for that. I didn't create it, but you've got my details for graphics, and this is just some plain old text that they put in there, your visual style preference, and then down here is the pro licensed version. Now, you do not need to get the pro licensed version. You can use this without paying a penny. If you do want to get the pro licensed version, what you're going to need, you'll see down here, you'll see a subscribe to pro, and then you'll need to grab this Zoom ID right here. This is something I believe that SPX Graphics is creating because, again, I'm accessing this from within Zoom, so you can see my Zoom ID. This is not your, the number that you give people to call. This is not the email address that you log into Zoom with. It's something unique. So you'll need that number. You'll just copy it, and then you'll be able to subscribe to the Pro. And although there's some things that we can do now with Pro that we can't with the non-Pro, I presume that there will be more of those coming down the pike. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Open in Meeting. So I'm now in a Zoom meeting. You can actually see it down here. This is my Zoom meeting. I'm going to go ahead and open in meeting. And what that's going to do is, for me, again, because I like to pop out all of my sidebars, it's going to create a pop out for me, which I can then expand a little bit. There we go. And so now you can see this is essentially the control panel for this SPX graphics. And I'm going to go ahead and I've got 4 different areas here. I've got name, logo and clock, headlines, or full screen. And then at the top, you've got the SPX graphics and you've got your settings here. Because we're in beta, these things aren't really being used right now. So we're just going to kind of hang out over here. So I'm going to click on name, or here it's called name strap. And I'll go ahead and put my name, David Paskin. You're not going to see anything happening on the Zoom yet. And let's see, title, I'll put Torah Tech Guy. And then down here under company, you can put whatever you want in here. I'll just do my URL, my website, Torah Tech Guy, techguy.com. Okay, save. So now, if you look down here, you can see that I now have a lower third. And this is a lower third in Zoom. And I'll show you a cleaner version so you can just see what that looks like in a moment. But let's go down here to logo and clock. So you can upload, so first of all, you can have a clock if you want. You can also upload your own logo if you don't have one in here. I happen to have one in here. I think I do. So let's turn that on. Oh, I don't. Wait a second. So this is one of the things that I'm finding kind of buggy. See, I'm logged in here. And this is one of the pro features, and it's not letting me add. I added it before, and it lost it somehow. Well, so I'm not sure. This is something they have to work on. I am logged in. Let me actually just make sure that it shows that I'm still. Yeah. See, I'm on the pro here. And for some reason, I wonder if I have to change my active logo here. Let me upload a logo. Let's see, where do I have my logo? I have no idea where I have my logo. Do I even have a logo on this computer? Let's see, graphics. I actually intentionally did not do this ahead of time because I wanted to show you how it works. All right, well, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and download a logo. So I'm going to go to, I know that I keep my logos usually, or I create them, I should say, rather, in Canva. So we'll go to canva.com, and I should already be logged in. Yes, and now I can search for TTG, which is usually where I keep my logos. All right, here we go. So here's a logo. So I'm going to go ahead and download this logo. And I'm just going to do the first page. By the way, I create all this stuff in Canva usually. Lower thirds and things like that are really fantastic in Canva. All right, so here we go. So now that has downloaded. Now I will be able to upload it here. So I'll click on upload. Go to my downloads. There it is. So now that's uploaded. Save. I think this is Y. Let's see. So now I might have to X this out and start it again. Let's try that. So I now have, right, I've got my, there it is, Torah Tech Guy. Okay. Yep. And now, so now the logo showed up over here. So I think I'm not prepared to blame SPX Graphics for having to do this all over. And the reason is because I changed my Zoom password last night. I added some extra security and I had to log out and log back in. So it may be that that's why I'm having to kind of do this part all over again. So let me go ahead and open this in the meeting again. And again, that's going to give me this little pop out here with the control panel for SPX Graphics. Let me click here. Yeah, there it is. So now my logo is available to me. And so I can go ahead and turn this on. And I'm going to have to update this because I didn't do it before. David Paskin. Actually, you know what I wonder? Oh, I see. Hold on. We're going to try this one more time, right? We're learning together. So just like I did here in the app, before I open it in the meeting, I need to update this information. So let me do that here. So I'll put my name there. I'll put Torah Tech Guy. And then I'll do the website, TorahTechGuy.com. And I will save. Okay. So now that that's saved, now let me open it in a meeting, and I'll pull over the this guy here, this sidebar for you here. And as I do this, by the way, if you keep your eye down here, I know it's kind of not a great look because you're looking at my desktop twice, but you'll be able to see the overlay popped in down there. When I turn that on, you can see David Paskin, Torah Tech Guy, and the way it sort of animated in. And then if I turn on the logo, that will pop in also. Now, as of right now, you cannot change these colors, I don't believe. That is coming. That is coming. So I've got my name, I've got the logo file, and I can, I can turn these on, I can turn them off. I could leave it there the whole time. It's not difficult to, if I want things to, maybe if I just want that bug down in the bottom there, the Torah Tech Guy bug down here, I would just keep that on, and then I could have my name kind of animate in like that. Really nice. All right, let's take a look at headlines. So headlines, whoops, sorry about that. I closed it by accident. Window, there we go. So headlines are things that sort of pop up underneath. So I'll just turn it on just so that you can see. So now you see how it's popped up down here at the bottom. So you can have one piece of text here, that's called a tag, and then you can have the rest of your text here. And you can also see, by the way, down at the very bottom, I have that clock down there, the 4:42. If I want to, I can turn this off. I want to show the logo. Let's see. You also have, so you can also move your logo and clock. But see, I don't want the clock, so how do I turn that off? I want to show the logo. Now let me change that to just logo, and maybe that'll take it away. Nope. I wonder if maybe there's a logo in here also. No, there isn't. That's interesting. Okay, so for right now, you can't turn the clock off. Let me just move the bottom left, bottom right. I'm just looking at, oh, you have to save for it to actually take bottom left. So now it's kind of getting itself together. Oh, I hope I'm not going to get hung up now. Oh no. Oh no. Don't hang up. This is just in beta, folks. It's really cool though. Let me try it. Open it one more time. Hopefully it won't get stuck this time. Good. All right. It's unstuck. I won't change all those things right now. Let's go back to headlines. So headlines, let me turn the logo on again, and we'll turn the name on again. By the way, sometimes these things don't always, they don't like, oh, I moved the logo to the top left. That's why. Okay. So now let me turn it on and off. Maybe I have to make this to bottom left, maybe? Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. Okay, got it. So now we've got the logo and the name. So now let's do headlines again. So for headlines, anything in between the asterisks, that's your tag. So that's going to be a different color of text. So let's say welcome. And then on the second line, I am so glad you are all here today. Remember, this is all happening in Zoom, right? So you could have messages coming across in Zoom. Maybe a second tag that we want to do is coming soon. And then maybe if you have a special Shabbat service, May, I don't even know if that's a Shabbat, May 3rd at 6 p.m. And then you can do 4 of these. I think actually you could probably do as many as you want. I'm not sure actually if you can do as many as you want, but let's do just a few more. Actually, we'll just leave those for now. Okay. So the way this is going to work is it's going to bring in the first tag and text. It's going to leave it there for 4 seconds, and then the next one will come in, and you can change this. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 10 seconds. We'll leave it there. So let's go ahead and do that. And now it's turned on. You can see, welcome. I'm so glad you're all here today. And then the next one, coming soon, special Shabbat service, May 3rd at 6 p.m. And then after 4 seconds, these are each going to go through. They're going to scroll through. So this is a really good way. And yes, I absolutely agree, Robert. This is a fantastic way to add lower thirds. It's simple, it's clean. And once you can customize these colors, once you can make the colors your own and brand them for your synagogue, your temple, your church, your mosque, whatever, that I think is going to be really, really powerful. All right, so we've got name, logo and clock, headlines. Let me turn these guys off now, because there's one more, and this is a really nice one. So if I'm in a Zoom meeting and I need to step away, or I need to take a snack or something like that, I will very often go to a screen like this. Or I might do something like this. Now, I'm doing all of that with sort of somewhat advanced tools, not terribly advanced, but somewhat advanced tools. But with SPX graphics, you can do it right in Zoom with the full screen. Be right back. So full screen, you can type in whatever you want here. Your headline, be right back. Need to water the, or how about this? Let's actually make it unique to us. So Shabbat Shalom. And our service will be starting soon. Let me just change that. And then you have an option. Do you want to share? Do you want to have your logo up there? I'm going to keep that as yes. I'm going to click save. And now if you look down at the bottom, remember this is my Zoom meeting down here. If you look down here at the bottom, our service will be starting soon. Right there. Are you seeing that? I don't know if you're still seeing that. It's hard because I've got too many screens going on. I'll show you in another moment also, another way. Let me turn that off. And let me show you now from another person's perspective, because I'm not sure you actually saw that. So I have over here, give me just a moment while I open this up for you. So I have this very Zoom meeting. So I'm going to get out of live demo mode. I have this very Zoom meeting running on another computer. And yes, we're going to get that ridiculous infinity for a moment, but that will go away in a second. So ready? I'm going to go ahead and trigger that full screen Shabbat Shalom message. This is what it will look like to your audience in Zoom. Right? They will see this beautiful message. You've got a little animation there on the Our Service Will Be Starting Soon part. You've got your temple logo, your church logo. This to me is a really, this alone actually is worth the price of admission for SPX graphics. Being able to, even if you're not, even if you're just using it on your own, to be able to very quickly, you don't have to turn off your camera. You don't have to just put up a hold. People will know you're there. You can have a message that says, I'm here, I'm just listening, right? If you're joining a meeting, you can't have the camera on, you can have a message up there that says, I'm here, I'm just listening. There are lots of different ways that I think this could come in really handy. If you're leading services over Zoom, having something, allowing people to come into the Zoom early, maybe they can all talk and hang out and schmooze and whatever, and you've got something up that says, that's official from the church or the synagogue, that says service will be starting in. You can't add a timer to this yet, although that would be nice, and I imagine that will be coming down the pike to be able to timer to that, maybe a countdown. Really powerful stuff. I think that alone, as I said before, is worth the price of admission. So this is what we've got. It's called SPX Graphics for Zoom. You just head on over to Zoom. You can click on the apps and then search for SPX Graphics. Go ahead and install it. It's free unless you want to be able to add your own logo. If you don't need a logo, then don't worry about that. But if you want to add your own logo on it, if you also want to be able to brand the colors down the pike, that isn't here yet, but down the pike, if you want to brand the colors to your temple or your community's colors, you'll be able to do that also. You can add your name, put that back up, your logo, and any headlines of maybe upcoming events or things that are going on. And then if you want to, Shabbat Shalom, just like that. So that's what I got for you this week, my friends. I hope that's helpful. I hope it's, you know what, actually, I wonder if I go to this, will we get the infinity? Oh yeah, we're getting the infinity. Forget it. I was going to try and go out. I don't think you all can see the lower third. I can, but I don't think you can. That's all right. You know what I'll do? Wait, I am going to make it so you can see the lower third. Because remember, this is a Zoom thing, not an Ecamm thing. I'm going to create a new scene, and I'm going to add a screen share overlay of just Zoom. Oh my goodness, am I really going to get it there also? I'm getting the infinity here also? Yeah. No matter what I do, I get the infinity. When you try and this is what happens when you try and share Zoom too much with too many cameras. In any case, check it out. SPX Graphics for Zoom. Really, really nice product. And I think it could be really helpful to a lot of you. That is, if you want to just go to their website, it's spx.graphics. If you're interested in heading over to my website, it's TorahTechGuide.com, but you already knew that. I didn't need to tell you that, and I just hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. Bye, everyone.